The Standard, is this a Standard?
Well, Standard.
It is Standard, page 13. There is this association called the Atheists in Kenya Society. I don't know how they even came to be.
Atheist.
Yes.
Those who don't believe there is a God.
They don't believe there's a God. Now, what they've come out is asked KRA to ensure churches are not exempt from taxes. You know, we're coming off and we're living in an age where churches and pastors and bishops are living super lamb.
They should pay.
They feel they should pay taxes.
We serve a mighty God.
Question. Do we give too much to the church? Just asking.
There's nothing is too much giving to God.
There's giving to God and there's giving to the church.
Yes.
There are two things.
They are one and the same thing.
So they are not one and the same thing. There's nothing like that. They are not one and the same thing.
Yeah.
Not in today's day.
Why do you sound like you go to that church? The atheists.
I believe in God. Let me tell you by the way, my God is all powerful.
Yes, all
and
powerful.
all conquering. But there's giving to God and then there's giving to the church. There's a difference in today's day and age.
Hakuna malaika watakuja kuchukua sadaka. Hiyo pesa itapeanwa hapa ndio pastor manage hiyo pesa.
I've got a problem.
Because if you give tithe 10% of what you get. 100 of you.
It's not literal.
Inapewa.
No, it's not literal. You don't have to go and give 10% of your salary to the church.
So
you can use 10% of your income to do God's work. That is also tithing.
That's also you're also a servant of God.
Yes.
You know, there has to be a priest. We can't all be priests.
But in this day and age, hasn't that been abused? Doesn't it be taken for granted?
Hapana, hii kitu unaicomplicate. I wish we had a pastor apige simu. Unapeana 10%, mali itaenda, wewe ufai kujali.
Do you see how pastors live?
Sasa hiyo shida yako inaingilia wapi? Si ukuwe pastor basi.
No way, that's the ticket to hell if I become a pastor, because I'll be pretending I'll be in it for the money.
How do you want your pastor to live? Aendeshe baiskeli kama kitambo. Amebeba ile so ya mabati, ile kakitu ilikuwa.
No, but then you can't have 10 Range Rovers and a plane. That is just
not as blessed out the folks to give the pastor hiyo. Ni sawa. Kama kanisa, unajua kuna kanisa wanachangaka 100. Mtumishi wa Bwana anaenda na 100. Enda.
That's how it should be.
Makueni utaiona. Because your congregation haina hiyo pesa. 10% yao ni hizo makasavas wanalete na bananas. Lakini ukienda mahali congregation wamebarikiwa na watoe 10% ya ile 10% wanapata. Surely now do you start blaming mtumishi? Anaongelea na hawa watu na anakuja kiendesha baiskeli.
Do we give too much to the church?
Nothing like giving too much to God.
I'm not saying giving to God. Don't put a pastor and God in the same sentence. Do not put a pastor and God in the same sentence. In this day and age, you're not going to do that. That is blasphemy.
We need to be realistic.
0711-046-105.
When you take the money to the church, who are you giving? Who are you giving? When your mother took all the money, alipatia nani?
By the way, girls, why do you give so much money to your pastors?
Your mother took all the money to Reinhard Bonke. Yes.
Hold on. It doesn't mean that was right.
Now you are going against her. That was our faith. Where we're right now,
even my mother can make a mistake. I just feel, how do you put today's pastors and God in the same sentence? I've got a problem with that.
No, we're just following the word.
0711-046-105 is my number.
Give 10%. Our mother is to payana nini?
My short code is 22494.
No, you need also to ask, what do they give?
Let me tell you something. I hardly go to church.
You see?
But yes, God's work on my own, I don't shout about it. No, that is you don't know what I do, so don't judge me. Don't sit there and judge me. Don't sit there and judge me. I just have a problem with giving money, obscene amounts of money, to one earthly person. 494. Hit me up on my fan page on Facebook or Twitter handle @itsminekageni or @classic105 Kenya. Don't forget the hashtag is Maina Enking. You cannot be wallowing in poverty and you take everything you have to someone. Then he buys a Range Rover tomorrow. Come on, does that make sense? 11046105 is my number. Give me a call. It's well over. Do we give too much to the church?
And you have to play for me that song of Mamilioni. Imekuwa ikikwama kwa kichwa.
Miliano.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you next. Don't Tima Milioni. I said the things you dare.
We're talking about millions of shillings here.
Yeah, we're talking about millions of shillings here. Do we give too much to the church, or are we just hating? You think we're hating?
Yes.
You don't see a problem with someone taking all the money in the house and they've got bills to pay, they've not paid their rent, they go and give it to someone who buys a Range Rover tomorrow.
It's a very wonderful thing. Faith. You believe in something until you realize it.
Can you have faith and come
putting thinking in it?
Faith you just do.
You do. Precisely. You do. Just go and do. Go for. By the way, do you know our pastors here in Kenya, they're the poorest? They're the poorest. Ukiwapanga in Africa, they are the poorest.
I'm seeing here, these richest pastors in Africa, you can even die. Who's Bishop David Oyedepo?
Yeah, that one is the founder of Winners Chapel.
He's worth $150 million.
Hiyo piga kwa calculator inaisha, inasema era.
I mean, look, I'm not hating. And let me tell you, Nakuru's finest, I think you got it spot on. And I think we need to start thinking about this. He says it doesn't make sense to have a multi-million church, yet there are homeless kids on the next street. That doesn't make sense.
Where is the government in it? No,
I thought humanity.
There's a role of the government also.
I thought
pastor afai kusaidia kila mtu, by the way, again.
What is he supposed to do?
Okay, so you think...
Hold on.
Yeah?
So Oyedepo here with his $150 million is not supposed to help everyone.
Wacha kuangalia pesa ya pastor namna hiyo. Hiyo ni macho mbaya, unaangalia pesa ya sadaka.
Okay, so
unaangalia sadaka.
Okay, so a well-to-do pastor is not supposed to help everyone.
He can help not everyone. Of course, there's a role of the government. Okay, nyinyi mnapeana pesa, suppose pesa throughout. Zenyu mbona muulizi captain akinunua gari? You know.
Because that is openly, it's a for-profit business that he's running.
What you need to say is maybe the pastors need to preach more of salvation than prosperity.
You cannot be, that.
More of salvation than prosperity. Because people believe what they are told. When was the last time you led a church? See, when nilikuwa na Winners Chapel siku moja, ulisikiaje? Sikaribu wa thank you. Thank you very much.
But don't you think it's odd for you to be so broke you can't pay your bills and there they are rolling in ranges?
What about believing that one day you'll have that range?
And that Range Rover can only come through him.
No. You know, it's not the pastor you're praying to.
You know, the crazy thing here is that Kenyans believed in what is his name? Kanyari.
Of course.
I can't believe Kenyans could have believed what that man was saying.
And he asked only for 310.
That's madness.
310 shillings. The mistake people made in pick a 310 shilling.
Let me first give a disclaimer here. I've got a relationship with my God.
Amen.
I tithe. I just don't give money to do God's work myself.
That's maina. Kuna ule sasa uchukua gari anapea pastor.
How does that car help you?
Mwingine nyumba
in the belief that he's going to come back.
No, kazi ya Bwana. Kazi ya Bwana maina.